If you want to sign a creative striker using stats on Football Manager, or a creative striker on Football Manager, you want to go back to edit search and then go ahead and select the striker position. Go back to add condition under stats. You want to go for aerial challenges, and under aerial challenges, you want to look for headers 1 per 90 minutes. Under headers 1 per 90, set that value to about 2. Go ahead and add condition. We're going to look for expected assists now. Under passes, the last but not the least is the conversion rate, and you want to go to stats. Under shots, go back to shots, select conversion rate, and that could be 10%, even though it's really poor at 10%. But that narrows down our list of players to like just a few players that you can go ahead and sign. Remember, if you don't see a lot of players on this list, it might mean that you have to reduce the stats a little bit, which is strange for me, honestly. So I'm going to start with the headers because as a striker, I'm not really sure if my striker should always be worried about taking headers. So I can just switch this from instead of and to or as an option. Turn off this screen and it's going to show you a lot more players that maybe have heading and other attributes combined. Go ahead and hit apply. And you can start to see some players start to pop up. Jeremy Doku is in there. He is a creative striker, as the game has finally pointed out. Evan Nielsen is in there as well. And you can go all the way up to the younger players that you can see at the beginning of the list. There's Artem Szymanski. I've actually gone to sign this guy before on Football Manager using stats, and it's quite good for Leeds United. On this list, we also have Daniel Maldini. You can see some of the player attributes that are actually popping up here. So these are the stats that you can use to find a creative striker in your game. Currently, I'm managing Bayern Munich, and we have Harry Kane. He's probably the best creative striker in the game, so there's no point signing anybody that can actually improve on Harry Kane. So I also did this for Football Manager 2024. For a creative striker on FM24, you can go ahead and use these stats. For position, I went on to set it to striker. And of course, headers 1, 2.0, you can use expected assists per 90, since it's a creative striker, about 0.10. Non-expected penalty goals, 0.25. Shots on target, like 1. And then conversion rate, 20%. Now, I'm going to even drop this down to 10% and see who actually pops up. That takes us down to maybe 33 players. Then we're going to increase the shots on target to maybe 3. At 3, nobody even pops up. Let's try 2. Only 2 players pop up, so we're going to just drop this down to 1.0 and then take it back to 20%. And that is giving us a bit more players to actually work with. You can see some other players in here. There's a Francesco Aquila that plays for Padova. And in the same list, you have Evan Ferguson playing for Chelsea and Rasmus Højlund playing at AS Roma. They are a lot older players. Now, there are no young players that I've seen in this list except Julinho Cassama, a Portuguese player that plays for Juventus. Now, my team must be very good for this player to be a 3-star player with B- rating. Look at his attributes: crossing 16, dribbling 16, finishing 14, first touch 16. His determination and flair are very good. So he may not get into my team because my team is quite good, but in any other team, he could find his way into that team easily. Now, acceleration and pace are, well, average, but his other attributes or physicals are quite insane. Balance is like 16, agility is like 17. He is a top player, a top player. Now, he's seen as an attacker, but we found him under the creative. Now, he's seen as an attacker on the wings, but we've seen him as a creative striker on Football Manager. You can go ahead and sign this guy. Now, I will go ahead to show you more stats that you can use to find different player types of Football Manager. For more videos like this, remember to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of those videos.